I was born in San Pedro, California. I was born in '73. I got one older brother and two younger brothers. My older brother was a Southside. He was in a Hispanic gang. I started hanging out in like 83, 82, 83. So probably a couple years before that, probably like in the end of the 70s. Yeah, because I started hanging out like 84. Compton was they used to come to our hood when the crack era came out.
Mm-hmm.
So they're the ones that brought the crack era to our projects. Like the Santana blocks brought the era that era to our projects.
Yeah, that's the end too.
A masked man gun. A man that go kill with this is really mad. It will kill. This
You better watch out.
is an M1 carbine, 32 rounds. I can go tear up Lewis Park with this. I can kill about 32 people if I hit them all.
Well, was it Santana Black people who started up Dodge City, or no? Was that its own?
No.
Okay.
No. You know what it was? I think my homies started cripping when they was in YA, because all my big homies was locked up when I started hanging out. Then they started coming out. Yeah. Then they start. What I heard was the group, the age above me, they started Second Street Mob.
Right.
And my homies came out the pen. They was like, "Nah, you can't be Second Street Mob because all the mob hoods are blood hoods, like the Lewis Park mob, so they might get us mixed up with." This is what I heard. So my homies, let's just start, Dodge City and like the Wild Wild West. And that's how our hood was.
Yeah.
The Wild Wild West.
Well, damn.
We never got along with nobody.
And you was the third generation of that?
Yeah, I was the third generation.
Oh wow, okay.
Like, it was my big homie, Crook, rest in peace, and all them. Then it was the Second Street mobs, which they made them stop the mob and just claim Dodge City. And it was us, the Dodge City Tiny Low. I really didn't hear about other like hoods way out there, which I really got to prison. I guess because we was going to juvenile hall in young age, so we.
Oh yeah.
Plus my homies was going to juvenile hall on YA, so they was putting our hood on the map. My big homies, you know what I'm saying?
Did you do YA, or did you have to go through all that, or?
I never did YA. I went to camp straight to prison. I did LP Central Silmar camp. Then I got out and I went to the pen. Yeah.
Now,
YA, I went.
Right. Yeah. Well, so in prison when you heard about it, were you like, what was your reaction to that? What were you thinking?
I was just like, man, that shit crazy. There are all kind of different hoods, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had moved to Sacramento for like a couple months, and I used to go to school with a lot of dudes from 29th Street. You heard of 29th Street?
Yeah.
Garden Block.
Garden Block. Yeah.
Yeah. I went to school with a couple, like 4 or 5. I forgot their name though. This was like 87. Yeah. Like I said, when you go to jail, you hear a lot of hoods you never heard of. Like,
yeah.
Like H.A. Gangster in different counties and shit. I'm like, damn, up north, Hoover's up north. I'm like, oh, that shit crazy. Like if you Google, later on, if you ain't got nothing to do, Google Phil Jefferson. It's my homie that from my hood that went to Denver like in the 80s, and it was him and two of his homies that started cripping out there. But I guess he didn't want him to claim Dodge, so they started like, what is it, San Diego? I mean, rolling 40s out there or something. Well, if you Google Phil Jefferson, that pop up the whole story was like him. Phil Jefferson was my hood. He gave me my hood name.
At issue this week, Colorado gangs. Those in the know say gangs are not just a metro problem anymore, and this week the state got involved. House Bill 1335 would fund a war on gangs to the tune of $2.3 million. It won committee approval this week with the help of police chiefs from outside Metro Denver. Last summer, Delonte Carolina, a Northeast Denver high school student, was killed in a drive-by shooting. He was one of 3 boys killed recently during the war between the Crips and the Bloods.
No, you know, I respect gangbanging everywhere. Yeah, especially like in the 80s and 90s, and like maybe the early 2000s.
Yeah.
If you lasted that era, you good. You know what I'm saying? That was the era to last. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of good motherfuckers from a lot of different hoods. Lost a lot of good motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it was survival back then. You know what I'm saying? You know, this new generation is like, where do we find these motherfuckers? You know, it ain't like, oh, man, let's go down in the projects, stay there. Nah, it's not like that no more. It's like, where these motherfuckers, whose house these motherfuckers sitting in? You know
Exactly.
But nowadays, this new age, you got to go look for a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So they got it easy. You know. It's right. So it's like when we was gang banging, it was loyalty. Now there's loyalty is a word right now. Yeah, you know, you fight one of our homies, you got to fight us all. You shoot one of our homies, you know, that's how we was. You know what I'm saying? We used to have to go to school with a pistol in our back pocket.
Exactly.
On our backpack. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you really ain't got to do that shit. You go down the street. If we go down the street in Compton, niggas going to be standing outside open. You're going to catch somebody slipping. Nowadays, it's not like that. It's like you might catch a motherfucker on a fluke somewhere or luckily run into a motherfucker. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? That's why when people talk about that shit, I'm just like, it's not the same. It's like, you know, I say like it got easier after 2003, 2004. It got way easier. You know, it's just, you know, back in the day, you know, your homie could be like, man, I'm gonna go to Burger King. You want something? You might not make it back. You might get gunned down at Burger King. Like my boy I'm in the picture with. My best friend got killed at Taco Bell. You know, that was devastating. You know what I'm saying? I was like, one of my, you know, that shit hurt. Yeah, gas station, whatever. You know, wherever you're in the hood, you got to keep on your feet. You know what I'm saying? I lost a lot of good friends, and a lot. Yeah, and it's crazy. It's sick to say now, like it was fun. Yeah, you know, it's sick to say that shit was fun, and we was making money, and we was just doing what we was doing. You know what I'm saying?